When thinking about new media and future technologies, our group were most interested in exploring whether different tech is best used as tools, entertainment, or even companions. Joel and Megan spent some time with Sphero, Cosmo, and MakeBlock. Let's see what they have to say.
My first impression with Sphero was that it's kind of in between being a tool and a piece of entertainment. You can make your own things, and it's kind of about like getting into coding and finding out the ins and outs of creating something like that.
I found Sphero really cool at first when I saw it roaming around and it was super colourful. I found that really cool, but after a while it did get a bit boring. I think Sphero could be mainly just be used as a toy. Cosmo was much more interactive rather than Sphero, and I was a bit skeptical on how we could have a relationship with a robot. But after playing games with it and seeing it respond, I found it really cool.
I felt myself connecting with Cosmos in the same way that I would a baby or a dog or something like that. The way that it uses emotion is quite provocative. How it kind of like when it sees you, it's overly happy. When you win a game against it, it's angry and it throws a tantrum.
Yeah, I definitely think that we'll see a more advanced version of Cosmo. So I think robots will become more autonomous and learn with humans and learn their interactions and words.
So MakeBlock I found really interesting because it's kind of on the completely different side of both, like Cosmos kind of being here and Sphero being in the middle of MakeBlock is essentially only a tool with no personality, but is used mainly for education. So the idea is that you build your own robot and then you make it do whatever you want by coding and making it. So in itself it's its own machine, but it probably has the most applications because if you know what you're doing, you can do whatever you want with it. So one thing that I found, the difference between the three technologies is kind of the interests, one going for productivity and the other sort of tapping into emotions and the different sides of where machines and AI will go.
So MakeBlock obviously represents how moving towards how technology is going to become more productive and kind of take over even our everyday little tasks such as go grabbing a drink.
So do you think both are necessary? Like if you had to choose between either machines being all tools or all entities, which one do you think was better?
I don't think one is better than the other. I think tools will be quite useful for humans, but robots as companions or have so much potential. They can help elderly, they could help nurse people, but at the same time I can see how it's a really scary thought. And
do you think it's necessary though? We have people for emotions, we have people for connection. Machines are used for things that we can't do, for things like, a machine can build a car in a matter of a day or a few hours. A person can't do that. Humans already have personality. It's not like we want to create something with more.
At the same time, some humans find it hard to interact with others or even show their personality. So these robots could, in a way, help them become more confident in their self.
At the moment, machines are taking over jobs in a way. You see it in supermarkets, you see it in other places being used as tools. Because machines are ultimately, in the long run, cheaper. Do you think that can become a problem?
Oh, yes, definitely. At the same time, I feel more humans will have to be more skilled and have to get into the industry of artificial intelligence and things like that. But at the same time, I can see how these technologies can take over.
As you can see, there are differing opinions on the future of tech and new technology. Today, what does it mean to be a robot? Robots are becoming increasingly popular in the entertainment and technology industry, and they are also often seen as a threat to humanity, as they have the capacity to perform many tasks much more effectively and efficiently than humans. Some even see a potential for robots to become companions for humans. Advancements in AI technology forces us to wonder whether there is a future where humans and robots are able to coexist in society.